Hello and welcome to this review of my Dell AT101W keyboard. I've been typing on it for the last 3 weeks or so, and before that it came brand new in its box, so this is a pretty fresh specimen. It was made in 2001 by Silatech in Malaysia. You can see the model sticker and everything. And this particular type of keyboard is really quite common among mechanical keyboards. It's also very cheap. You can easily get one for under 20 quid. This brand new specimen only cost me 11 quid, so I was quite pleased with that. But nonetheless, even though it's very cheap, it doesn't feel that way. It feels really quite sturdy, actually. And another thing you might immediately notice, it's huge. All this bit, they could have cut off quite easily, I guess, or that. But it's kind of a personal preference thing. I really quite like its huge commanding presence and the curved backplane. I also really quite like that. But that's a matter of personal preference, I guess. The key switches it uses are black Alps switches. You can see one here, right off the page down key. And these keys are technically non-clicky but tactile. So they have a little bump when you press them, but they don't make it click. Nonetheless, I found that in practice, it's actually kind of the opposite, because even though the sound only comes from the keys bottoming out, they're quite loud, as you might be able to tell. Also, the tactility is very subtle. I'll show you when I press a key. You might be able to tell. It feels more like a gradual stiffening than a gradual loosening of the switch, rather than an actual bump in the key travel. And some people might find this is not particularly smooth, but personally I really like it because I do a lot of typing, but I also play video games, and this black switch is a nice compromise between the two. The switches cost about 70 grams of force to actuate, if I understood correctly, so they're fairly stiff. But I quite like it. I'm a fairly heavy-handed typist, so it's fine with me. All in all, I'd say that this is a great keyboard if you're looking to get a very versatile board for typing as well as gaming. And even if you just want the board to mount new switches in, it's also a pretty great buy because it's so sturdy and easily modified. So here is a typing demonstration of me typing on this keyboard.